Good morning. I am Hector Kuan Peng, and I am going full out. Whew. All right. So I turn on live video to constantly train my emotional body. There is a lot of work to do to embrace and heal my trauma body. So that's part of what I'm doing here. And I am just doing everything simultaneously because using the energy of a live video, I can stay focused and I can also share my ideas to the world. And the main thing I've been working on is creating this visual language that allows me to see my entire life on one page. And I will be working on turning that into an online business, and then I will help others do that as well, which will then help us become financially free because a business has to work without us, or else it's not a business. Well, we still have to build it, but then it needs to be um, using systems to generate value and trade. So I'm slowing down. So this is how I've been using visual language, and I will use this moment too to start doing everything simultaneously. So how I use visual language is first I put myself on the page, right? So this is me, simple as possible. This is my day, okay? So time is one dimension. This is my morning routine. This is my evening routine. So this is how I map everything on one page so I can see my entire life, every single one of my priorities. Okay. So once I've done my morning routine, what do I do with the rest of the time? Okay. So I have a few equations, and I see these as math equations for life because there's no way around these set of logics. This is what I call the three steps. The three steps to life. Okay. Number one, know what to do and do it. It's kind of as simple as that, right? For business, for life, for health, everything comes down to what do I do? Oh, just that? Okay. And I go and do it and I get the results. Okay. Two, if I'm not doing that, it's because something stops me. So this step two would then be to decrease my emotional blocks. Okay. And step three, increase emotional fuel, making it fun. However, if I'm not even on the board to begin with, it's because there's some emotional block that is stopping me. So I've been working on this quite a bit. The way to work on this is to increase my emotional strength training. Okay. And I've also realized that another thing I can do is increase my skill level. Oftentimes I feel fearful and overwhelmed because one, I don't have the skill level, so that will bring down the emotional difficulty, and I haven't been able to manage the really tough emotions, and it causes my being to collapse. So it's a two-part action: increase emotional strength and increase the skill level. So what are some of the emotional blocks? I focus on the four primary emotions. First one is desire. I like to think of a 3-year-old child. Like think about like that child wants ice cream. Ooh, desire. Okay? Then let's say the world is kind of scary as a 3-year-old. It's like, oh, where do I get ice cream? Like so the person doesn't even the kiddo doesn't even try. Right? And let's say the kiddo gets enough courage to like, okay, I'm gonna go for the ice cream, right? And reaches for the fridge or whatever it is, and an adult stops them. It's like, oh, at least they were trying, right? So anger, frustration, frustration. The adult says, no ice cream before dinner, and the child's like, I'm so mad. And maybe the child keeps trying. But if the child gets stopped and overpowered, then it drops into hurt and the child cries. It's like, oh, it's like to have the will frustrated, stopped, and overpowered, right? So fear stops us from even starting. So for me, creating an online business, I'm really frustrated that if I started 10 years ago, I would have already been so far along. But there would always be something, some sort of distraction. I did anything else, right? So first, there's actually 4 traps for me to get started. Okay. First one that trapped me for years is distraction. If I started trying to do an online business 10 years ago, I would be so far along by now. But every moment, there would be something else to do, something else to do, something like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, I never got started. And underneath or above or underneath, the distraction, why? Is because of fear. Why didn't I get started? I didn't, for whatever reason. It's like, again, it sounds silly when I say it out loud, but it's like, I don't know if I'm good enough. It's something. How I know it's a fear block is when I don't get started to begin with. That's how I know it's a fear block. Then, once I get started, the next one is overwhelm. So finally, I am here. Right? I started doing online business. I found a few courses. I bought one of them. I went through them and I started getting completely overwhelmed. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. Okay. So I went from fear to now frustration and overwhelm. Overwhelm is kind of like the end of frustration. It's towards the collapse. Overwhelm. When a child keeps trying to do something and do something and do something and it just keeps failing, at some point, the child's going to stop. And then it's going to drop into hurt. It's like, I can't do it. Right? It's going to internalize as I am hurt, I am incapable, I can't do it. And that's what I've been running into. It's like, why do I feel so bad? Like the more I do my shadow work, it's like, why am I should be getting better. I should feel better. Instead, I feel worse. Right? I feel more hesitant. My words come out even more scrambled. I realize I'm hitting a different level of shadow. This is one of the deeper, like emotional, when I was a child, this is the emotion I must have felt back then, like this level of frustration and overwhelm. And when I feel that overwhelm, it collapses my entire being. It's not just fear that I'm not good enough. Now it's like it's emotional proof that I'm not good enough. It's like, oh, I really can't do it. And it's really hard. The stress builds up. I feel hurt. It brings up every other version of hurt that I have ever felt. Now it's like Now I can't see clearly. I'm afraid. I do want it to work. So all this pressure is now working against me. Okay. Should we get through overwhelm, the next one could be boredom. Until we get to success, we have to do a lot of little things, but I'm not there yet. I'm not in that trap. I'm still in overwhelm. I still need to take daily progress towards my goals. And right here is the goal. Okay. Right here means we are a financial bodhisattva, which means whatever we're doing is paying the bills and we're aligned to our life purpose. And we want to avoid the fifth and final trap, which is burnout or injury. Anyways, burnout, injury. Okay. So that is the map. Let's go up a little higher. Okay. Back to here. This moment, I finished my morning routine, and now I'm using my free time to do a live video. Where am I investing this in? Okay. I have the map called. So there's two maps. This is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And, well, this is my version of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the health-wealth relationship grid. This is how I know what I'm working on at all times. Okay. For Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the lowest part the low one second. The lowest part is physical safety. Okay, so this is body. Then financial safety. Okay. Then love and belonging. And then life purpose. Now, if you look at this list, let's say I'm doing what I love. I'm getting paid well for it. I have a great family and I have amazing health. How amazing is that right now? So that gets us above the deficit needs line. And what do people do when they have it all? You know, let's say they build a big company and they sold it and they want to relax. Well, they have fun. They go have fun. But after a while, if you just do fun all day long, life will start feeling meaningless. Okay? So then what do people do? They invest in either art or science, or they work on themselves, self-actualization, or they try to play the biggest game possible, collective actualization. But a lot of people try to play this game without solidifying everything else underneath it. So it's not a foundation, it's a single tower that can be blown over really easily. Okay, so now this is the health, wealth, relationship 1, 2, 3. Okay, health is the first tier, health. Wealth is the second one. Relationships is the third. And then if we get our wealth from our life purpose, then we have fulfilled the bottom of the pyramid, the deficit needs line. Okay. This line means that if we don't have something underneath here, we're going to feel like something is missing from our life. Okay? So, health, immediate wealth, and close relationships. All right? Then, what's one step above physical health? My mental, emotional health, and then I can train that or I can enjoy, have fun. But mental, emotional, and physical. So I can train my physical body. I can enjoy, get a massage for my physical body. Same thing for emotions and mind. One step above immediate wealth is, where does my wealth come from? My job, career, businesses, or investments? Okay. So, and where, okay. So that's wealth and relationships. Where does my close relationships come from? My community. And community could either be business community, social community, or a purpose community. And then the highest game possible for each of these arena, okay, is for health, every single moment. Imagine every single moment is a fully embodied spirituality. Okay, let's do the spell for this one, right? What if one moment, one day, I suddenly realized, wait, every single word I have ever spoken was already poetry. Every move I made was already dance. And every sound I made was already song. And I chained this awareness moment by moment till the end of my days, while still doing everything I need to do. So how would my life feel then? So that's fully embodied spirituality. And wealth on the highest tier, again, is, am I aligned to my life purpose? And am I making money from it? Am I a financial bodhisattva? Win-win. Okay. And to do that, we go from point A to point B. All right. There's a lot more I want to say about it, but every time I get stuck explaining things. So, anyways, this is how I see my entire life. I'm just going to draw it at this point. So, in the morning, the game of time is to maximize free time and invest it. Just like with money, I have to have extra money before I can invest it. Same thing with time. I have to have free time before I can invest it in things. And so the game of time is to maximize free time and invest it, which means I crunch all the things that I have to do together and do them as fast as possible so I maximize the free time in between. Okay. And so this is routine. This is time. So right now I am doing a live video, which is part of emotional strength training, which is a part of healing my trauma body. Okay. Here's the other map. This is how I anchor every knowledge in my head. So emotional trauma body would exist here. This is the emotional dimension, experiential dimension, physical dimension, social, and symbolic. Okay, so remember the 3 steps: know what to do and do it. So what do I do? In the morning, I go through the health. I do everything I have to do to maintain health, wealth, relationships. Whew, I am burning out. But okay, backtrack it one more step, zoom out. This is visual language. All of this, being able to fit all of this in one page so I can see my entire life. This is the example of the one I made this morning. Again, it's just to track, it's the same thing that I just drew, right? Except I have some of the other stuff on here. Okay. Whew. I'm working on learning how to explain this clearly, but every time I have to go through so much content, and then I get frustrated because I feel like I want to speed up and I don't have the priorities in mind. I don't have the skill level to be able to slow down, and I'm not in front of somebody, so I don't really know what pace to be working at. So again, I'm going all out, but there are multiple challenges simultaneously. I have my anxieties and fears that cloud my brain. I have I'm learning how to explain all of this cleanly. The map is just it's not that much stuff, but without the basics. Okay, let's try this again. Ooh, I'm feeling okay. Here's another way to do it. I want to I want to create a book, and each page is going to explain one part of the system. This is the visual self coaching. Self coaching. Okay. So I started it over here, so I'm just going to copy this over. This is going to be Success School. Whew, I'm feeling overwhelmed. So what do I do when I feel overwhelmed? Just keep going. This is this is me. This is me. I got challenges in my throat, anxieties, um, learning how to teach this, doing it myself, managing my own emotions, managing everything I need to do. Okay, so I think I've given up trying to explain things to somebody new right now. Okay, so I'm looking to build a book. So I'm just spending this time working on it. Okay, so this will be a title, Success School. Um, Life as a video game. If life was a video game, how do we play it? So we get this body, right? We need to maintain it. And so the equation is rest, fuel, clean, dress, exercise, stretch, and balance. These are basic health. Okay. Uh, maintain body. How do we maintain it? Well, how do we do anything in life? 3 steps to success. 1, know what to do and do it. 2, decrease emotional blocks. 3, increase emotional fuel. Okay, so then let's see. What else? Maintain the body, and that is 1 of 3. Okay, health, wealth, relationship is how we stay on earth. We need our health, we need our wealth, and we need relationships. Then we do our analysis 1, 2, 3. How do we get ahead of it? And so this is 1, know what to do. Okay. And then we got to go and do it. So how do we do it? Well, let's say we start out waking up. All right. We have the loop. So how well we manage the loop is how well we are going to do in life. So this is all about time. Okay. So part of visual language is to condense and have a representation for all the things. So this one is my representation for routines. It's known and it's blocked off, and that's just what we do. Okay. And then there is the loop of, well, here is the dimensions of our reality. Of this game. Okay. There are 5: physical, experiential, life from the inside; symbolic, maps, knowing what to do; social, other players; and then our emotional dimension. Okay. Stay calm and collected, even when I get frustrated by my biology. This is the best I got. This is the body I have. I bit my lip and it hurts, and I'm self conscious, and everything is messy, and this is what life is for me. If I could snap my finger and make it better, would I? Yes. I'm trying my literal best right now. Okay. Then there's the experience of playing the game from the inside. Okay. So this is my view screen. This is locus of control. These are dimensions of reality. Reality 1, reality 2, reality 3, reality 0, and reality -1, -2, -3. Fear heads-up display. All right. Then, what do we have control over at any time? Our breath, posture, speed, let go of emotional effort to effortless action. Everything is grounded on the basis of nothingness. Okay. What else do I have control over? At every moment, I have my voice. So this is the fifth chakra. This is my symbol for the fifth chakra. Actually, it's a little. This is my fifth symbol for the fifth chakra, part of visual language. Okay, visual language would be another slide. And then I have my own set of chakras. 0, 1 being life, 2 being desire and relationships, 3 is self, third chakra, solar plex. 4th is love and connection. 5, this is my symbol for the fifth chakra. Expression, 5. Truth being at the very center of it, right? 6 is this, being able to see. 7 is knowledge. Okay. And then 8, so these are the classical 7. I added 0. And then 8 would be like up here. So 8 is, no, this one. 9. 9 is what not to do. 8 is everything that we're supposed to be doing. 8 is the all medicine. Like anything you put it on, it just cures it. Okay? It solves the problems. 9 is what you shouldn't do. You do that, life gets bad. 10, imagination. 11 is the principles of the world, like physics, things that don't change. 12 are the cycles, like a day. They change, but they come back to exactly the same place. 13 is you come back to the same place, but you're a little better or a little worse every time. So the positive, either vicious cycle or positive cycles. And 14 is meta, knowledge about knowledge. Okay. So this is 14. So this is one of the bases of my visual language. Okay, so back to here. This is the experiential dimension. Okay. I will do more of that later. Then there's emotions. The 4 primary emotions are desire, fear, hurt, no, anger, hurt. And I use the metaphor of the scrappy dog to remember woof. Okay. So then there is the science of success. All right. All right. I'm just going to do this for myself. Explaining it has taken too long. Okay. A to B, financial bodhisattva, life purpose. Here's the traps. Here's the time, routines, free time, routines. Okay. Converting time to value. I can save types of time. Okay. We fall into the emotional sea and we're just spinning around, not getting anywhere. And we turn on our trauma shields and we're stuck. Okay. Then, how do we handle emotions? Here is the emotional sea. We handle them by absorbing negative emotions as comparison for tomorrow, and positive ones resting in action. Okay. I either get stuck in the trauma shields, or I'm doing emotional strength training, or I'm doing what I need to do. I can enjoy life, watch movies, whatever, play, or I can spend it building something. Okay. So this is the emotional sea. This is the submarine, the emotional battery. Okay. Then part of the emotion is there is three emotional cells. The emotional parent, child, child is this one, and adult. The parent, child, adult paradigm. Okay. The inner selves. Okay. Ooh, okay, so these are the parts. Time. So maximize free time and invest it. Um, loops, compounding loops. And okay, and Scoot it up some more. These are all the maps I have. This is shadow. So our desires get blocked. Desires get blocked. We're not supposed to show fear, anger, or hurt. So they all get blocked. Oh, I lost this. Don't know when I lost this. Oh well. So this is more just a co-working session at this point, but I'm not optimizing for information output. Okay. And then, let's try this again. All the positive emotions are here. All the negative emotions are here. Things we're going towards, point B, financial bodhisattva, life purpose. And relax and go with the flow. Effortless emergence, effortless action. That's here. So this is kind of my map of shadow. And when all the things are suppressed this badly, this is where the emotional hole comes in. And this is where I've been. I've been trying to build emotional strength training to try to muscle my way out. But what I need is actually connection and relationships. So that's when I'm shifting my focus. Now, what else? This, there could be an advanced map of this one. Where these are the things I have. This is what I am on the inside. And this is the external, outside. So this is the world's knowledge. This is my internal knowledge. This is the second brain. This is the first brain. And this is the third brain. This is physical stuff and money. Relationships are over here, which bridges over to the connections. And there's the physical world over here. And let's bring that back again. I need to go get my meds. So, all right. So, breath, speed, letting go of emotional effort. See, these things are all simultaneously working at all times. So, I'm always, everything gets anchored to here. So, this is here. Visual language is kind of the meta. The emotional self would be here, emotion here. This is part of health, wealth, relationship, which is up here, which is part of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I don't have that. Okay. This is my version of Maslow's. It's a little different. And how I remember it is 4 units here, 3 here, and 2 here. Okay. Health, wealth, relationships, and life purpose. And if this, financial bodhisattva, then I am free from time as well. Okay. Maximize free time and invest. There's 24 drops in a day. And how we invest it is we have these categories: health, wealth, relationships, health, wealth, relationships, health, wealth, relationships, and we're pushing up. Anyways. Mm. Um, there's also this sequence: -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is all negative emotions, the effortless ground, and the positive emotions. This is the child, and this is knowing what to do, A to B, 2. 3 is the space in between. So knowing what to do and doing it is right here. And this is the emotional child. There's the key. The map. Engine. And player. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Map is shadow. Self. World. Relationships. And meta. Okay. The engine is, again, 1, 2, 3. Know what to do and do it. 2 is decrease emotional blocks. 3 is increase emotional fuel. It's also mapped to these numbers: -1. Maybe it's the other. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Knowing what to do. That's right here. Decrease emotional blocks is here. Increase emotional fuel. And this is the effortless emergence, effortless action. Okay. The player, same sequence: -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Fragmented self, shadow self. 0 is the effortless ground. 1 is the playful child. 2 is the emotional parent. 3 is the adult, our inner adult. Okay, this is the key map engine player. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the map of all. This is the highest map I have so far. Okay, so this is visual self-coaching, the enlightened mastery. Oh, there's still that. Um, enlightened mastery, dual non-duality. I have emotional spells. Let's see, 100% self responsibility, emotional spells. Okay, so this is success school. You come here, life is a game. This is teaching you how to play it. You have a body, you got to maintain it. How do you operate in life? Well, you maintain these 3 health wealth relationships. Why these 3? Well, follow Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And you want to push up to here. You do what you love, getting paid well for it, have a great family and relationships, and have great health. You're now playing the game full on. Self-actualization, collective actualization. Oh, the star map. I forgot about that. Okay. My insecurities tell me that I don't have any value. But here I am every single time. I have all this knowledge in me, and my emotions tell me I am worthless. So that is me healing my emotional trauma body, and I'm refocusing from emotional strength training, which is I'm doing by myself mostly, live videos, etc., to relating. Right. One of these are okay. So they're for anger. They're for different emotions. For anger, it is emotional ER, expectation versus reality, desire versus reality. Don't blame others for my own inability to handle their weakness. Okay, this reclaims my responsibility, my power. Fear, anger, hurt, fear, desire. All right. There are social emotions, but I don't focus on them right now. I haven't really mapped them out because social is kind of where I am weakest. I think. Oh, okay. Here is the self-coaching revolution and 3x coaching, which means I coach one person, teach them how to Teach one person and then teach them how to teach. That is mastery. Okay. Um, so maybe there's a lot. Let's try this again. Okay. Success School. Welcome to Earth. Ooh, yay. I need to go. I need to get my meds or else they're going to close. Okay. Welcome to Earth. Life is a video game. How do you play it? Maintain your body. Know what to do and do it. Well, if it's not working, check our emotions, decrease emotional blocks, increase emotional fuel. What do we do? Well, health wealth through relationships, which goes down here. Get our wealth from our life purpose, gets us above here. Establish financial bodhisattva. You free your time. Now you are playing full out, playing time, game of time. There's only 24 drops. All right, maximize free time and invest it. Compound, focus on things that compound, focus on the loops. Okay, here's the dimensions of our reality: physical, symbolic, emotional, social, and experiential. And then, well, let's add spiritual in here. Okay, experiential dimension. This is how to operate the game from the inside. This is a visual language I'm using to compress all the data. Okay, then let's jump to here, emotions, emotional self. Okay, the four primary emotions, the inner self, inner parent child. Um, what's the science of success? Well, going from A to B, knocking out all obstacles in between, we fall into the emotional sea, or we fall into one of the crevasses, and we manage our time. Okay, and emotions. This is the strategy of managing emotions, good or bad, resting in action, don't fall into emotional sea, or if you do, sometimes we're trapped here, do strength training, lower the sea, or sometimes I fall into the internal shadow. This is why. Positive emotions, negative emotions, where we're heading, how to relax into it. More advanced maps using this as a way to remember. This is experimental knowledge, absorbing all knowledge in the universe. This is the foundation, enlightened mastery, dual non-duality, 100% self-responsibility, and I have emotional transmutation spells. I am, see, this is how I have to, and I was able to do all this within an hour and to export all the knowledge at the highest level. And that's the power of visual thinking, visual language. Okay, I gotta go. Until next time, bye.